everybody. It's Jerry from the Military Collectibles Shop. Welcome to another edition of On the Road with the Military Collectibles Shop. Alright, so this weekend, in addition to working at the shop and having the stuff come in the shop that came in the shop, we also went out and hunted down a bunch of stuff. I went to several estate sales and a flea market, actually this morning. So estate sales, or sometimes called tag sales, depending on your area, are a lot of times where a person either passes or moves into assisted living, and basically a company comes in and sells the contents of the house. So they can encompass everything from the furniture to any collectibles to the clothing to the tools in the basement, stuff in the garage, stuff in the attic. And estate sales are a little bit of a mystery to some people because they have, a lot of them have certain rules, and some of the rules are actually written, some of them are unwritten. But a lot of estate sales on the first day, they have what's called, like if you see an ad and it says opens at 10, numbers at 9. So what that means is that they're going to create a line giving out numbers to people in order at 9 o'clock. So basically the people who get there earlier get a number to be able to get in first. And depending on the size of the house, depends how many people they let in at any particular time. Now what can be confusing is in a lot of places, and regionally around here, a lot of people create what's called the list before the list. So it's not unusual to have people come and camp out the night before a sale and create their own list, you know, so they put their name down first and then people as they show up after them. And then what happens is when the people come out with their list at 9 a.m., that list gets transferred. Now, not every company honors the list before the list, so it's best to know what you're dealing with, you know, before you get into it. And then at the estate sale, so then everybody lines up and then they let people in at 10 o'clock in the order. And this last one, it was a fairly small house, so they only let about 10 to 15 people in at a time. So it was really kind of packed. But some houses are larger so they can fit more people. But be prepared to wait. Also, if you're going to an estate sale, bring a bag to carry stuff with, because there's not always a lot of places to put things, and a lot of times you have to look around and go through the whole house. And I'm always leery about leaving stuff, you know, putting it in a pile somewhere, because other people can come and dig through that pile, even if the people who say, oh no, it'll be fine there. Well, then they go to lunch, somebody else comes in, and then, oh, where's your stuff? Oh, we don't know. So better to be safe. Always keep this stuff with you. Anyways, so that's kind of what an estate sale is. But I was able to pick up some really interesting pieces at this one. So let's take a look. So the piles keep falling. Honestly, I'm not completely sure if this is real or not. It could be a reenactor's jacket, but the buttons at least were real. And so I figured for the price, you know, if nothing else, it's a nice reenactor's jacket with a set of pants. The pants I know are newer, but that was kind of cool. These things that are jumping out on me, these are actually, and I got two of them, horse brushes. One from World War I, a really nice shape, dated 1917, and one, I'm not sure when this one's dated. Can't quite tell. But nice U.S. marked horse brushes. You know, probably World War I or just before era. Should have thought about where I was going to put stuff, but I did not. This is cool. It's an 11th armored. 11th Armored Ike jacket with all armored infantry. And he received the Combat Infantry Badge, was awarded the Bronze Star and Purple Heart, and then several, and it's the shirt, the pants, tie, the belt, You know, kind of the whole 9 yards. And kind of an interesting aglet. I'm not completely sure what this aglet is for. But that's what makes this stuff fun, is we're always learning. Another uniform. This is a 13th Airborne. So this was cool. Some World War I uniforms. And I forget what division that one is already. Yeah. But decent World War I uniform with the pants. Nice to find patched uniforms. This guy, he had collected all different eras. So he had everything from some Revolutionary War stuff that I didn't get to, you know, more modern stuff. So, you know, part of the more modern, this is a nice Army flak vest, you know, as often seen in Desert Storm. I always felt sorry for those guys who go into the deserts and they got the desert camo, but they're wearing the big green flak vest, so they kind of look like Christmas trees standing there. Speaking of the Desert Storm, we've got a couple chocolate chip uniforms. This one's got the hat, the pants, jacket, no insignia. That's okay. This one is actually kind of cool because it's again chocolate chip, but it's for the Coast Guard, which is kind of neat, and complete with all the insignia, including the 9th Coast Guard PSU. And you coasties will know what that means, because I don't. Alright, another World War I. This would be a 32nd Division jacket. Now, honestly, I'm not completely confident in the originality of the patch, but it might be. You know, so until further notice, and the prices were cheap enough, so I could definitely take the risk. Worst case, it's a decent World War I uniform. Alright, these are from the flea market today. But just a decent pair of boots. We sell a lot of boots at the store. It's one of the things, you know, we've got a lot of leather boots, we've got a lot of the, whatever those are. Suede? I don't know. Don't step on my brown suede boots. Got a 45 holster named to an MP company, which I think of the Dixie division. Not completely sure. I gotta try to check the number down, but it looks like that might be. A little bag of sort of tourist kind of things from all the places soldiers went. So a nice little, you know, Berlin, France, all those kind of places. Oh, this is kind of cool. It's a World War I practice sword from Rock Island Arsenal, marked, dated 1909. So that's very cool. Got a camo poncho. Didn't check the date on that, but that's nice to have. Got a nice backpack rig. 1950 dated. So, but just, you know, decent with the straps and the shelter half and the pack, all ready to go. This is a Vietnam era poncho, the OD green. Nice Vietnam dated, really nice commercial on that. Vietnam era armored crewman's helmet, with the mic and the associated plug, and not really avionics, but the earphones. Is it avionics if you're not in a plane? I don't know. This was cool. This actually came from another estate sale. This is the only thing I got at that estate sale, but it was worthwhile. It's a World War I German regimental smoking pipe, and this is for an Ulan regiment, and I believe it's from 1870. So that's pretty cool. These were kind of akin to the steins, the drinking steins that you see. They were reservist flasks, you know, kind of the same sort of hand-painted porcelain. You see, shovel cover. It's nice, minty. We always get a lot more shovels than we get covers. So anytime I find a loose cover, I get it. Gas masks. Picked up a whole bunch of gas masks at the last estate sale. World War I. Ended up getting, I think, 4. No, and a World War II one. World War II U.S. gas mask. In the bag. Got a bunch of Army Air Force patches, 8th Air Force and 9th Air Force patches. Some interesting variations. That was good. Popular units are always good to find. An Army visor hat. Nice, tan. Nice looking eagle. This is one of the World War I gas masks, but this is pretty cool because there's a rendering of Uncle Sam on there, which makes it really kind of neat. I like that. A couple more gas masks. Yeah, a little worse for the wear in some cases, but you know, when you're putting it on a mannequin, it's fine. Pardon my butt. Another World War I gas mask. This one actually has the soldier's name on it and his number, so we'll be able to research him. Another World War I gas mask. This one's kind of funny, as it says, gas mask. Got some smaller stuff at the estate sale. Carlisle bandage. Some of the blue ski wax for the mountain troops. One of the waterproof matchstick holders. Still in the box. This is cool because it's actually dated 1944. This is a cavalry carbine holster for one of the horse things. So that was good. Got a whistle, military whistle. Always nice. This is some type of Civil War cartridge. Neat, whatever it may be. Got a little box of French coins. Maybe. A Civil War bullet encased in lucite. A nice set of dog tags and I believe this is a Methuselah for the Jewish soldiers that they kept a prayer in. So that was real unusual to find. We actually, little side note, my dad, before he passed, used to make a lot of rosaries, very devout Catholic. And so he'd make a lot of rosaries and send them all over the world. But during the Desert Wars, we paired up with one of my friends and who sent a lot of different care packages to the soldiers. And so we sent a lot of rosaries to the soldiers in various areas of the world. But we kind of didn't want to single anybody out. So I was also able to pair up with a Jewish organization, and they donated a whole bunch of those. I think They're gonna kill me if this is wrong, but whatever the little tube thing is. There, I won't embarrass myself further by mispronouncing it. But a neat thing in the Jewish tradition. Another 8th Air Force patch. A modern helmet, but nice with the the sort of tactical Rakusan markings. Kind of neat. I got a couple nice modern helmets with markings, so I might end up hanging on to this one too. It's just nice to find complete. This was really cool. I found this at the bottom of the box, and at estate sales you really got to dig, because like they don't lay everything out. It's not like a show. Stuff is everywhere. People go through. It's crazy. But this is actually World War II mountain trooper, ski trooper hat, and it's actually got the ski kind of a sweetheart insignia on it. So that was awesome. And honestly, this was $6. So I'm keeping it in my own collection. I do have a collection of 10th Mountain stuff. So nice World War II canteen, 44 dated with the cup and cover. Actually, the cover's dated 42, so a nice early cover. This was cool. A U.S. stationery set for the soldiers, to be able to write letters and whatnot, envelopes and paper. Just a neat wartime thing. Families could send to the soldiers. This was from the flea market today, and of course a lot of them fell out. But it's a little display of lighters with branch of service stuff on them. So lighters are very popular with the guys, so it's kind of cool. A little more modern, obviously, but still neat. All right, musette bag, always good. I could sell a truckload of these. Nice e-tool with the cover, 40 something dated. Got a Korean flag at the market today. Nice older Korean flag. So that was good. And probably this came from the one estate sale. This is probably the best piece that I found, and one of the neater pieces I've had. But it's a silk. I'm going to be very careful with this, because it's a silk guidon flag, probably Civil War era, with the painted stars, and the silk is kind of deteriorating. So it's got the ties, and this is what's known as the Great Star pattern, which is actually kind of unusual in a guidon. But very cool with the ties. Machine, looks like machine sewn, but all hand machine sewn, because you can tell the lines aren't straight. So it's very, very fragile, but very cool piece of history. And I think that's that. So, yeah, I put it on a lot of miles. You got to go where the stuff is sometimes. I mean, it's great having the shop. We do get a lot of stuff sent to us. We get a lot of stuff that just walks through the door at the shop, but we also hunt it down when we can. So, it's still out there. But all right, well, thanks for joining me on this military collectible shop on the road little tour. I hope you enjoyed some of the stuff. And you can always look on the website. Some of it will be appearing there, www.militarycollectorshq.com. All right, until next time, I'm Jerry. Thanks for joining me on the road with the Military Collectible Shop.